All right, guys, welcome back to AMC and ADD, where we buy, hold, and screw the hedgy. Coming back on for like the last 30 minutes of the day today. Just gonna kind of close it out with you guys. Um, Something unique is happening for the very first time. If we close out about the price range that we're at right now, we may get a single point on the price prediction tally to each person that guesses. This would be a first. This would be a first time that we have ever seen that happen. Um, I do hope that the price closes up as high as it can possibly go, but it would be something special to see all three of us get it for the very first time ever. Um, the price would have to stay under 440 for that to happen. 450, anything above 450, and it would just be Eric that gets the price tally mark for today. So let's go ahead and look at some of the technicals as we close the day out. Um, and I also want to do something here. Once we go over the technicals, there was something that I had talked with. I was kind of reviewing some of the information that was had between me and True Demon. And I think one of the things that I had mentioned was about emailing the Stonko tracker and getting the information placed on there as to maybe just like some place where they can update the daily short exempt volume. So I will email that live so that he knows that that's going out. I want to fulfill my promises that I made because I think that's something important that we need to see as a group. I think it's good data, and if that includes me um, um having to put up some funds in order to see that happen, then so be it. Because I do want to make sure that that happens. That's gonna be I think that's huge to our community going forward. As well as why I'm posting it on my stream. I think it's hugely important. I just took it off just for a minute so you guys could see everything on my screen, but it's down there. That True Demon MOAS trigger indicators, and I will be updating that daily. But as for right now, I'm going to take it off just to kind of view the data that's going on right now. Um, Shares borrowed doesn't looks like it kind of went up this morning to about 550, and then it kind of dropped back down to 350. Um, we'll take a look tomorrow morning and see what that uh, dark pool percentage traded was. I know somebody was saying earlier today that it was set as high as 73%. I do want to point out that the total calls right now is sitting at about 160,000. Let me update this just to make sure that's correct. I feel like it's more. Yeah, that looks more accurate. That's a little bit higher. It's about 170,000 now. Let's see, 50, 100. Actually, it's still 100, but 160. 160,000 calls versus 115 puts. So let's take a look at those. Let's look at the actual breakdown of calls versus puts and see where the relative strengths are. We currently have the largest position around $40 strike price of 39,000 shares. And the lower half looks to be the strength around 39 still with 14.3. So those numbers have increased slightly. But still, I mean, if you were to take a look at the spread, 40 and 39, it's only $1 spread between the two for the end of the week today, happening today, with 39,000 of them versus 14. Big numbers on the call side, huge numbers. Look at this: 23,000 at 45, 15,000 at 50. This is starting to shape up to be a pretty powerful ending week this week. I mean, you even have 14,000, almost more than there is puts at $125 range. Some people are trying to make some bucks here, way out the money. Call positions. Those are they just make me laugh. They make me laugh, but guess who's going to be the ones laughing when we hit 125 by Friday? They're the ones going to be laughing. Yeah, let's see what ends up happening. We'll see if they hit their marks. AMC, where are we at here? So I had pulled up earlier some information on here, so I have to go back. Looks like our short share interest is at 14.63 currently. Looks like they've been able to return almost a million shares. So earlier it was over a million. So I'm going to correct that value now and put in 0.997. Oh, I had put in K. That was actually a million, but I'll leave the K there now. It was 1.37 million. So they have returned just under a million shares for the day. And we'll see how that affects our free float on loan. Because as of last Friday, it went from 18% to 18.3% to 18.6%. So if they return shares, we should expect to see this percentage drop. But we'll see if that's the case. And I don't have any new information for y'all on the short exempt volume. I don't believe that reports until the next day. Let me just check it and verify real quick here. Hold on. I think I may have accidentally closed out the screen that I'm using to look at that. I think I did. Okay, that's okay, because what I do is True Demon is going to provide this. So let's see. I'm gonna go to his posts. Holy moly, man, my computer is slow today. Okay. And I'm going to go to the actual reg show for this. I have to update to the correct date, which should be the 26th. And the 404 is not found. Okay, so that file is not updated yet. I don't know when it updates, but I will continue to update it. And when I do get new information, I will post it on my site. But as it stands right now, the short exempt volume is still that 594,000 from last Friday. So hopefully we can see that value increase today. Let me just check out one more thing real quick here. He did give a second. He gave a quandrel secondary information, and I want to see if that reports live. If I move to the short exempt volume, okay, no, that's still reporting the same value from Friday. So no new information there either. But I will leave that up on my screen just in case. Let's see. So we're getting close to closing for the day. We are currently moving up in price. It looks like we had a nice parallel path. I mean, other than this dip right here, it kind of looked like we were kind of trending on this upwards path right here. If you look at the VWAP, you can see the VWAP even ascending as well. Holy smokes, man! I can't even believe like how close our numbers are today on the price predictions. With mine being topping out at 4040. John slash AKA Duncan is at 4050 and Eric at 4150. I mean, I don't know how we came up with those numbers. I mean, I do know. I kind of just went through the dailies and looked to see what we should average, and that's how we came up with it. If you watch the show in the beginning of the day, every day we come up with our price predictions right around 7 a.m. So yeah, he's okay. He went grocery shopping. He said he would be back, but I probably didn't show back up right away. I did a taping earlier today with there's proposals for voting. If you had your shares before, I don't remember what date they had to have the shares purchased by, but you would have been eligible to vote, and so I did about a 40-minute presentation today on the shareholder voting proposals, and kind of did a breakdown on each of them to kind of see where where I stand, and what trying to kind of give some more facts about some of the proposals. So he may have not come back after I completed that, because I walked away for about 45 minutes. But I did come back to close out the day. I just kind of wanted to finish it out. Um, it's looking pretty nice. We had a nice 8% gain. So in that tracker that I have on the screen right here, where we took the short exempt volume, utilization, and day over day percentage increase. So um, I'm feeling good. How you feeling? Um, I mean, it's I don't know. I mean, if you're feeling really great, that's awesome. To me, it's just every other day. Like I don't like, even on the really positive sides, days that we have highs, I get positive and I'm really pumped and everything, but I, I don't know. I'm kind of numb to it anymore, like the ups and downs, and I'm just trying to remain even keeled over it all. How should I be? Yeah. Okay. Good. Glad you're feeling good. It's always good to see it go up, right? I mean, it's always nice. Um, we are up almost 9% for the day. GME's up 1.6. Yeah, we had a good day. Um, I can't really tell you why. I would assume that since they returned shares today, that there was not a whole lot of pressure to increase the price. I also want to say that part of the reason might also be because we're seeing a lot more people off payment for order flow plans. So maybe there might be more shares making it to the market. Um, I did want to kind of draw a little bit of a parallel channel path that I was seeing here, just because I just want to see if this is something that we're on here. I mean, other than this big dip that we had out right here, I feel like there's a channel that we're kind of, we got a touch point here, and two touch points up top, excluding that dip that we had, middle of the day today. I'm gonna go ahead and draw that out, and kind of say like that's what we're kind of on right now. Now, typically speaking, this is a bearish signal. When it breaks out, it does usually typically break out down, and I would expect to see that again at that $40.50 range. We've been struggling at. We might see hit that somewhere kind of here in the aftermarket hours and kind of bounce down again. We'll see. We'll see what ends up happening. We should get our own dark pool. Like a dark. Oh gosh, wouldn't that be something? What if we could if we could convince Fidelity to set up a dark pool trading system that goes straight to the NYSE, where any kind of buy orders you do, it goes just directly there, irregardless of whether, like, you don't even have to set it up; it just automatically does it, or sends the order. No, actually, we wouldn't want buy orders. You want your buy orders to go directly through NYSE. You don't want to have buy orders going through dark pools. That's not good, unless you had selling dark pools that you wanted to set up. But that would be for the future, right? Like down the road, if we wanted to have our own sales going on in the dark pools. But I'm pretty sure brokers do that. They have excess amount of shares that they're trading in their own. If they have, as an example, I'll just use today as an example, and I'll pull it over here. Let me refresh it real quick. Fidelity, it works on a T+2 system, right? So if, say, for example, somebody were to make a sale order today on AMC, they have 2 days to settle that order. Now, if you look at today's ratio, there's 59% buyers versus 41% sellers in orders. You know, just assuming that the volumes are equal. If you had more buyers than sellers, they're going to have to go to the market and buy from the market. But if they have sellers who are selling at lower prices than um, the buyers are buying in at, let's say, for example, somebody sells a share at, I'm just going to pull up some random number here based off of today's numbers. Let's see, where are we at? Let's say they sold at $39 at some point today, right? If they sold at $39 today, and then somebody bought at $40, then they get to make the dollar difference between those two. So one of those sellers, one of those percentage, one of those 41% of the people who sold or had a sale order at a lower price of, say, like 40, 39.50, whatever the price may be, you had buyers coming in and buying at $40, and you just backfill and you make up the difference in price. So they're making money on both ends. And when they have more buyer orders than they have seller orders, if the volume is higher, then they're going to have to be buying shares off the market to fulfill those orders, or they already have the shares, one of the two. There's Duncan. Duncan's back. I made it back, Duncan. I decided I had to be here for the last 30 minutes. It was just too exciting of a day to end. This would be literally the first day that we've ever had all three individuals get a tally point, and it's really looking like that might end up happening. So I had to be here for that. I really want to see us. I want to see all three of us get that tally point. That makes us look better than the stinking missed column. Stupid missed column. How many times? um, but yeah, good day today. 8%. I'm gonna go ahead and put a tally mark. Um, yeah, the last 15 minutes usually do make up the difference, doesn't it? I really tend to think that we're gonna have the fight for $40 though. I think that's where the fight's gonna be at. That's what it's looking like. We might finish, 40-20 or something like that, maybe. That's a good possibility. We have sell walls at 40-20, 40-25, 40-30, 40-32, and a buy wall at 40. So um, it's where it's going to hinge around. It's going to be a fun closing of the day. And I'll play my outro music like normal, about starting about 2 minutes, a little over 2 minutes before the end of the day. But yeah, eat, drink, be ready for tomorrow. Tomorrow is going to be an exciting day. We're currently trading at 95 volume, and at 7 o'clock this morning, my prediction was that we were going to have 80 to 100 million in volume for the day today. So it's really going to come down close. I might be off by just a little bit, but I did feel like today was looking like that kind of volume. So there it is. I may end up getting a point on price closing for the day and for volume. That's probably only the second time that would ever have happened in the 3 weeks that I've been tracking it, or tracking it publicly online. So it doesn't happen very often. So any of you who are watching, this is an anomaly. As you can see, Casey right there, it says 3 tally marks. I got some catching up to do. The guys are slightly ahead of me right now. So I got a little catching up to do here. Watch it just take off and just drop me out. I'll be like the sole guy who doesn't get a tally mark right at the end of the day. That would I'm okay with it. I'm fine with it as long as we're going up. We're cooking up some fajitas here tonight. Wish I had some beers to go with it. But I am fresh out of beer. Travesty, I know, right? I haven't looked at Reddit recently. I gotta log myself out. I don't like leaving myself logged in while I'm um, surfing Reddit for everybody to see. Let me check out AMC stock real quick and see what it's see if there's any good posts on there right now. And oh, you know what I said I was going to do and that I'm not doing? Okay, as I get off of this, I'm dedicating myself. I'm saying, and I'm right here online. I want you all to hold me accountable. Tomorrow morning, I'll say it for sure. But on Stonko Tracker, I'm sending an email as soon as I close out the show. I'm going to send an email out to them and make sure that I let them know about our interest in trying to get short exempt volume onto their channel, onto their page on there. That is something that it's an indicator that we need to see. We need to see that daily. I don't think that would be hard for them to program in, and I'm just going to reach out to them and let them know that it's something I'd like to see. And I don't know if anybody else wants to see it. I highly encourage sending that email as well. Uh, there is, I believe that there's a email link to them. There's a donate button. And if that's what I have to do, if I have to donate in order to make the request, I will. I know that there was a time, or maybe there was a place on Reddit where I saw that they had posted um, contact information. And if that's how I have to find them, I will. I'm pretty sure that I've seen a link to information for them before. I'm not seeing it right now, but I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna search them out. I'm gonna figure it out, and we'll see if we can't get that added to there. It's really an easy number to look up once you know how to do it. All right, guys, we got about a little less than 2 minutes left here before we close this day out. Let's have another day over 5%. That'd be really awesome. And don't forget to check out the voting video. You guys definitely, like, if you're struggling or you haven't voted yet and you want to kind of have a little bit more information, insider information as to what the proposals mean and just kind of some background information that's on there. You don't have to agree with me. You can vote however you want to vote, but do vote, because that is by far the most important thing that you can do, is getting that vote out there. Can't stress that enough. All right, guys, I'm going to go ahead and shut myself down here and set up for the end of the day rollout. See you guys tomorrow.
T-minus 90 seconds and counting. All systems are go. We're about 90 seconds from the launch of Space Shuttle Discovery. T-minus 60 seconds and counting. We are transferring to orbiter internal power at this time. Discovery is now running off its 3 onboard fuel cells. Coming up on a go for auto sequence start. And we have a go for auto sequence start. Discovery's onboard computers have primary control of all the vehicle's critical functions. T-minus 17 seconds and counting. 15, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, start, 2, 1, booster ignition, and liftoff of the Space Shuttle Discovery, returning to the space station, paving the way for future missions beyond. Solid rocket booster separation confirmed. Guidance now converging. Discovery's onboard computers commanding the main engine nozzles to swivel, aiming the shuttle for its precise target in space for main engine cutoff.
Should have a good forward link now it is.
You sound good.
Discovery Houston, negative return.
Copy, negative return.